And that's a big one.
Why, thank you.
Family problems.
Ladies seem to like it.
Personal problems. You just can't be worrying about problems and concentrate on your driving at the same time. Yes, Ted?
I was told it was not the size of the boat that matters, but the motion of the ocean.
Too, like a storm knocking out a
Or so
cable.
I've been told.
Those are things that you're bound to think about.
All right. I'll give you a problem to think about as a driver, and it's a real problem. We believe that the vast majority of accidents happen because drivers are thinking about something else besides their driving.
I still don't see what we can do about
Pardon me. I thought I was dancing.
You any ideas, John?
I think we have to be realistic about it.
I didn't know you could make that thing sing.
No matter what we tell
What
them,
a
the drivers
talent.
are still going to think about other things
Bet that
besides
took lots
driving.
of practice.
That's for darn sure.
I think if we try to develop safe driving habits and concentrate on them while we're driving, then we'll be much better off.
Right.
Check out the big
And one of the
brain
best
on
driving habits you
John.
can learn is to keep a buffer
Brown
zone.
noser. Since you
Face
Nimrods
good around
can't
your moving
read,
vehicle.
I've gone ahead and made
Now, for
some
example,
visual
let's say
aids.
you're going at 20
Big
miles an hour
pictures, small
in
words.
two-way traffic with cars parked along the side of the street. Your buffer zone should look like this.
That's what she said.
This 2-car length of protective space in front and in the rear of your car gives you safe stopping distance with good brakes on dry pavement. And remember, when any other car moves into your buffer zone, you should take defensive or evasive action promptly. This 1 car length allowed for each 10 miles of your driving speed will provide you with seeing space so that the actions of the drivers around you can be observed in time to keep out of trouble. It provides you with space to see ahead to a traffic
These
light.
chairs
or
aren't helping my
something like a
hemorrhoids.
double parked car. You know, you can't see things like that if you're bumper chasing another car.
When I was younger,
It also
we used to
provides
call
you
it chasing tail.
Thinking time, so you can make the right decision about the conditions around you. And it provides action time, so that you can come to a quick, sure stop, or take whatever other action is necessary in order to avoid an accident.
By accident,
That's why
I
we have
mean
these
both
refresher
number
courses,
1 and
including our road
number
test
2.
this afternoon, just to make sure we're not slipping into any unsafe habits. All right, now let's set up a problem on the traffic board. Here we have a car going east and one of our installer trucks heading north. The intersection is unmarked. Neither way is a stop street. Both cars reach the intersection at the same time. Now, which car has the right-of-way? Denny?
The car
Just
on
to
the
be
right
honest,
always has the right of way.
I'm not really listening, so I'm just
agree with
talking
that?
to hear myself speak.
Henley?
Not if you're a defensive driver.
Would you care to explain that?
In a situation like this, when there's any question about so-called right-of-way, we have to remember that in our company, we always give the right-of-way, never take it.
In other words, you practice courtesy.
Like a reach around.
It's one of the 3 C's of defensive driving. All right, now let's make a switch. It's the same driver, but instead of a company car, he's in his own car. Now, what difference does that make?
Well,
None.
if my
No
car
difference.
is white and your
Course
car
not.
is black,
That's the big
then
thing.
I think
It's
the
not
difference
biggest
is
thing for
quite
those of us in
clear.
the telephone company to remember. You know, we can be mighty proud of the fact that the Bell system has one of the most outstanding safety records and has had for a long time. But the only way we can keep that record is to work at it. Work hard to make it even better. When the public sees this Bell system sign on one of our cars or trucks, we want them to be able to say, there goes one of the most considerate drivers in town.
As you're giving them the finger.
Trouble is, some of us, when we're off the job, forget and leave our defensive driving know-how in the company garage.
As well as our pants.
And that's why the driver of this car, if he's doing what he's supposed to do, will be just as careful and just as courteous as when he's driving for the company. Now, when all of us do that, we won't be having 20 times as many injuries off the job as we have driving on the job.
20 times as many?
No.
That's right.
20 times as
But isn't
many.
that the limit? We know better. Why don't we do better?
Because
Think
Mama
about
said
that, will you?
knock you
Next time
out.
you're out in your car.
Tally ho, everybody! Duchess, your pumpkin coat awaits.
Oh, Daddy, you mean Cinderella.
I mean, get in there. Hurry up. 250 miles to drive in Saturday traffic. Where's Tommy?
He's coming. Grandma will want to hear me play my new bugle.
I just bet you, but not on the way up. One toot in your roof.
Yes, sir.
But
Slide
keep your
in there,
flute in
send
your
help tickets
pants.
out.
Attaboy.
All right, try the lights. Now the brights. Now the directional lights. Okay.
You'd think that of all the close-ups in this movie that the blinkers were
Step on the
selected
brake.
over the headlights.
Stop lights, okay.
Go figure.
Give me the tail lights. Directionals again. Okay. Left front tire's a little low. We'll stop for gas and have it checked.
We ready to take off, Dad?
You bet.
Hey, we're just like pilots checking out an airplane, aren't we?
Slide over. Just as important with a car as it is with an airplane.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Here comes the obvious question that we so love to hear when starting out on a road trip. Are we there yet?
Where is everybody going?
I often wonder.
Look at that.
Sunday drivers are really out today.
Especially in Idaho.
That's one of the things we learn in defensive driving. We not only have to watch out that we don't make any mistakes ourselves, but we have to look out for the other drivers, too.
Morons who are driving with their pants around their ankles.
And them, too, if we can. You know, it's a pretty sobering thought, but whenever I'm out in traffic and I see those cars whizzing by like that, I say to myself, which ones will it be today?
Which ones will be what, Dad?
Will be in an accident. 1 out of 7 of
Drivers
those
from
cars
Idaho
will have an accident before the year's out.
By accident, I mean both number 1 and
In the
number
next
2.
5 years, every one of those drivers will be involved in an accident.
Especially in
Extra
Idaho.
careful. And so I always remember that, and I try to be extra careful myself. I don't want us to be one of them.
I guess passing on the right is okay when you're teaching your family about
dangerous,
safe
getting out in
driving
traffic like
practices.
Boy, is he mad.
The guy behind us too close. You should always keep a buffer zone of space between you and a car ahead. Of course, that driver up ahead was badly at fault, too. The one that came out without stopping. I wonder how a driver like that feels after causing other people trouble and getting away scot-free himself.
Pretty small, I bet.
Yeah. Wonder what that one is thinking right now.
Stand by and cut to the other driver.
Serves
them right. Can't they see my plates are from Idaho?
Well, weren't we supposed to stop and get mixed up in that? Well, I mean at that stop sign on that other street. Oh, that.
Please don't start acting now, Harriet. We're already into the second act of this film, and you're just a bit player anyway.
Well, it's not
I'm
my
the star
fault that
here.
some of those silly drivers were going so fast they couldn't stop. Goodness knows I don't have any accidents.
He's walking over. Quick! Run for your lives!
That's got it, mister. Valve was leaking a little, but it's tight now.
That's what she said.
Come on, son. Okay.
Here's my number, but be discreet about it. For Christ's sakes, roll the window down next time.
I got a map so I can watch the road, Dad.
Okay, Tommy, you be the co-pilot.